So today we're going to try something new. We're going to be reviewing the Gold Bay Almost Impossible to Pan pay dirt. I got it for $68.95 and they guarantee 1 gram of gold in the pay dirt, which I find really unusual because the price of gold right now is over $2,000 an ounce and the value of a gram of gold is about $65 a gram. So the pay dirt really comes to about $3.95. Now they say it's nearly impossible. We'll see about that. So here's the pay dirt. Comes in a little bag that's sealed. A lot of black sand in there, as you can see. Now they say it's really hard because it's got a bunch of magnetite in it. The magnetite is just so hard to pan. Let's see, I got my magnet. Let's just see if there's any magnetite in it. Yes. There is definitely magnetite in there. So that does present a challenge. So I think that we should just go ahead and open it up. And we'll take a look inside. Let's check it out. Let's look at this stuff. Check that out. First we'll take a look, see if we see any gold in it, just jumping out at us. But I don't. Now gold's not magnetic. Let's see what it does. Ooh, check that out. I don't think you can see that. But that is like pure magnetite. First technique I want to try is using a magnet. Let's get as much of this as we can get out right now. I'm going to empty it inside this first one. See if we can get as much of that black as we can. Get it out. Come over here and get some more. Put that in there. And this is reducing the amount of stuff in here significantly. We can definitely work with that. I can even see some gold in there. See down there? I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's gold in there all throughout this. Little pieces everywhere. But we're talking about the black stuff. What's the next step? Well, put it in. Try to get as much as you can. And dump in here. In here again. What happens is the black sand takes a lot of the regular white sands as well. And what's left is some stuff we can work with. So put that in the big one. And we're going to come back to this one. Shake it a little bit. Take it all. Put it in. And what we have left, we can work with. Let's get this one. We'll try to shake the white sands out of it. We have left is some whites. We can work with that. All right, so the first pass looks pretty good. We have ourselves some good whites, some blacks in there too, but those aren't the magnetic variety. What we want to do is get our gold out of this. So let's get the water. Make sure you guys can see this here. We have our water. First thing we do that we always do is we're going to add a little surfactant to it. What that does is it breaks the water tension. And you need to break the water tension because a lot of the really flat gold just floats. We'll put a little bit in here. That's enough. Mix it up a little bit. Perfect. Let's go and pour this in here. Now you want to make sure you get every last bit of it out. Squirt this stuff right out. And since they promised a gram, and I know Gold Bay's got a decent reputation, so I'm sure they will provide. Right, lights float away, heading grenade. Right in the corner right there. You can see the gold right there. We can see it's right. It'll rear its pretty little head. Why do you tap it? Because gold's the heaviest thing and it's going to go right towards it. Look at all that gold popping up. Oh, no, over there. Oh, just climb up. There's more there, too. See, this, that way. Get rid of some of that. Look at all that gold. It's like a big yellow line right there. It's big. I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to suck that stuff up. Let's get rid of this easy stuff right now. I've had good experiences in the past with Gold Bay. They're very generous. Whenever you get pay dirt, to try at home, always make sure you get the dirt where they guarantee a certain amount of gold. It means they put the gold in. If someone just says, well, it's guaranteed, pay dirt, that doesn't mean anything. But if they say they put in like a gram of gold or a half a gram or a quarter gram, then you know you're going to get at least get that amount. When you're panning like this, the moment you see a gold speck pop up, you shake it because it'll sink. You want it to sink. I see a bunch of them popping up right there already. So let's go ahead and shake it down. If you don't shake it down, it may just float away, and we don't want that. So now we're starting to see another gold line right there. Let's go ahead, suck that stuff up. Yum yum. I mean, it's cool we're finding it. I didn't find it out in the wild, but you know what? Sometimes it's just fun to play like this, even if you do go out prospecting on your own. It's always good practice. Let's get that out of here. Right. Now, we have this black sand, and this stuff is killer. But is there gold in there? I can show you how difficult it is to pan some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and let's pour it in the little dish right here. And this stuff is nearly impossible, but let's do it. Get everything in there. And it's heavy too. Let's shake it down. There's another piece coming up. Just tapped it up again. Alright, there's two pieces right there. Let's get a hold of those real fast. We've hooked up the micro sluice. Oh, but first let's get rid of our bubbles. The idea is to have these boxes, these long boxes, only half full, and have the little half circles half full and spinning. It sort of spins around and makes the gold sink to the bottom. They're called vortexes. I can see that speck right there, and I can see one right there. Probably wondering why that gold isn't floating away that's up here. They keep turning up the water. It's because gold is 17 times heavier than water. Right in there. See that one? Piece of gold. Blow up on a little bit. There you go. Now I know y'all know what comes next. Panning, that's right. Because it always comes back to panning. So I emptied out the micro sluice, and we're back down to some black sand again, but not as much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pan this out. Suck it up, soak it up. Black sand it all. Okay, I think we got it. Remember, the gold that we find is not 24 karat gold, but you can get the 24 karat gold price because all the vendors that sell pay dirt will pay you the 24 karat gold price for any gold that you find. So when we do the value, we'll just go ahead and take the 24 karat gold value. It's time to do the weigh-in. Let's see if we got the gram. I've gone ahead and zeroed it out, the lid and all that. Check that out. 1.06. And you know what that 0.06 is? It's some of the black sand I didn't get out. There's a little bit in there. So I would call this a success. I think we got out every single piece of gold that he gave us. So my recommendation then is for Gold Bay. Yeah, if you're gonna get some pay dirt, Gold Bay's the way to go.